Hello mi gente, welcome back to my channel. This is Nena and today we're gonna get to cooking. Today we have oxtails. Oh my god, this is my favorite thing to make because it's very flavorful, and when you make it you can feel the soul of whoever made it. It's delicious. And we're gonna pair that with some arroz con guandules. So come with me, vamos a cocinar. And remember, if you guys are not following me, please click on that notification bell, subscribe to my channel, and share this video, and make sure that you like it, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you share it with all your friends. So, vamos a empezar. So here we have the guandules, and these are fresh guandules. So I added 2 tablespoons of coconut oil to my pot, and I'm just searing them away until they become nice and golden, like such. So we're gonna sear that, and now that they're ready, we're going to add our vegetables, our onions, peppers, garlic, and we're gonna start building our arroz con guandules. Alright, so now I'm adding those vegetables that I chopped right into the pan. Do you hear that sizzle? Oh my god. Now you want to make sure that all these vegetables get nicely sauteed with the guandules so they can release all their wonderful flavors. Look at that beauty. So here I have garlic, yellow onion, Cubanelle peppers, thyme. And we're just gonna let that sear. Now I have a sazon that I make. I do my prep about once a week. So this is my sazon. So it has cilantro, it has garlic, peppers, onions, it has coriander seeds. Say hi, Marcus. It has coriander seeds and salt and pepper. So I use that as a base also for most of my dishes. I'll be making a video. If you guys are interested in knowing how to make it, let me know, and I'll show you how to make my sazon. Alright, so I am chopping up some aromatics. So I have culantro, green onions. Ew. I think he thought I said something else. So I'm just gonna slice that very, very thin. Remember, when you guys are chopping, to always put your thumb behind your 2 fingers and keep them nice and straight to prevent any cuts. So I've added about 3 tablespoons of my sazon to the pot. I moved that around, and now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. This is essentially just to give it a color. The tomato paste needs to make sure, you need to make sure that with the tomato paste, should I say, that you cook it well enough that it mixes in there to get all the flavors before adding any liquid. So it's like you're pretty much making a sofrito right now with your guandules. So you stir that up. And then to the guandules, we're gonna add coconut milk as well. So I'm going to lower my temp because coconut milk tends to break apart if the heat is too hot. So before the coconut milk, I'm gonna add 1 cup of chicken broth. Just for extra flavor, you can do this with water if you do not have chicken broth. So you slowly pour that in. You mix it. And this is what we call temping. You want to make sure that your ingredients in here are not too hot to break the coconut milk once you put it in there. We're gonna add the same amount of coconut milk, 1 cup. If you like it more coconut flavor, you can add some more, just reduce or subtract that from the liquid that you need versus the amount of rice that you're gonna put in. Today we're gonna do 3 cups of rice. And normally for 3 cups of rice, you usually use about 4 cups of liquid. And we already have 2 in here. So we're gonna stir that, we're gonna leave it on low. And we're just gonna let all that flavor concentrate in there. So, we're going to add salt to taste. And this is a 1/2 teaspoon. You're gonna stir this up. And you always wanna try your liquid before you add the rice, because after you've made the rice, it's kind of hard to flavor. It's a lot easier to flavor your liquid. So it needs just a little bit more of salt. The camera girl wants to try it too. She wants to say whether or not it's good enough, you know? So, let's see, camera woman, what do you think? She approves. All right. Okay, so we're gonna keep our temperature on low. You're gonna cover it with a tapa. And you're gonna let it boil, and then we'll add the rice. Oh, I forgot one thing. We gotta add our flavoring. So remember, we had green onions, cilantro in there, so we'll add that to it. We're only gonna add half because we're gonna reserve the other half for our oxtail. All right. Good night. All right, so we're gonna take a little break and we're gonna make some margaritas. Now, I'm gonna make a mocktail for the little girl on the camera.
Really?
So I have lemonade, lemon limeade that she actually made herself. So props to Kayla. And we're just gonna chill it.
Yeah.
And we've made some limeade popsicles. And we're gonna add that. Oh wait, reverse. Alright, so we had a little camera situation, but look at this beauty. So we stuck the popsicle in here. We garnished it with a lime, a straw, and there we go. Where's my money? So now for the real thing. So for the margarita, we're gonna use the same lemon lime. We use about 2 ounces of that. We have our tequila, which we're gonna use 1.5 ounces. Half and 1. And then we have 1/4 ounce of triple sec. And we're gonna shake. And we're gonna pour over our glass that we've rimmed with salt. And we're gonna top it with our popsicle, of course. And a lime wedge. Our margarita.
Go.
Cheers! Oh my god, this looks so beautiful.
This is so good.
Yeah.
It is so good. And wait till that popsicle melts and you get even more flavor from the lime. Ay, Dios mío.
This is all because of my lemonade.
Very refreshing. The perfect thing that we needed right now in our hot kitchen. Alright, So our water is boiling for our rice. And we're gonna go ahead and add the rice to it. Look at this beauty. So I'm gonna add 3 cups of rice. Look at how handy this is. It's exactly a cup. Alright, so I wash my rice, put it in there, leave it on low, and cover it, and then we'll watch what it does.
Go.
Alright, rice is going in. Now this is where all the amazing flavors is going to soak into the rice and become the arroz con guandules. Now you have to make sure that you watch it, so keep it on medium to low heat. Once the water starts evaporating or the liquid starts evaporating, you mix it in constantly so it doesn't stick too much to your pan. All right, do your thing, do your thing. Alright, so we're gonna start with our oxtails. I have a cast iron skillet. Now this skillet gets really, really hot, but it's a perfect pan to get that nice sear on your oxtail. So our oxtails, we marinated them overnight, and pretty much just simple marinade with the sazon I showed you earlier. Some salt, pepper, and a little bit of browning. Right? So we're gonna add the oxtail to the pan. You do not need any oil because oxtail release a lot of oil already, and the pan is non-stick. So we're gonna put this to sear, and then once they sear on both sides, they're going to transfer it to a different pot, which they're going to simmer and be like, just fall off the bone, delicious. Alright, so we're just going to repeat that process until we finish with all the oxtail, and we'll be back. So now that all of our oxtail has been seared, we're going to use the same pan and we're going to sear our vegetables. So we have half an onion, half of a green pepper, and 4 garlic cloves. And we're going to sear that in the same pan because we want to get all the flavors from the bottom of the pan, because all of that is delicious goodness. Oh, we lost one. So Sunday dinners for us is very traditional for the most part, and when we do have Sunday dinners, we like to go all out. Hence why we're making oxtails today. So we saute these vegetables. Until they are translucent. And then all that flavor in the bottom of the pan starts to lift off. So then we can deglaze it with some liquid and have our oxtail marry in that. Alright, so we're adding the sazon. And as you can see, some of that bottom flavor is starting to come off already. Oh my God. If you can only smell this, it's amazing. Now you could just leave your oxtail in that same pan, but because this tends to get a little too hot, we want to transfer to another pan. So I'm going to add about a cup of chicken stock. Oh, here it is. I'm going loca. Okay, our thyme, green onions, and I have a whole jalapeno that I pitted and removed the seeds. If you want it extra spicy, you can leave the seeds in. In the meantime, while that marries, I'm going to show you what I did with our rice. So the rice is almost done. So what I did is I turned it. So you grab your spoon and then you just move the bottom to the top. And as you do that, you create sort of like a little mountain in the center, just so the rice doesn't stick to the pan. You can also do this in your rice cooker. After you've done all the liquids, you add the rice and you pop it into your rice cooker. And it's not the same completely, but it's doable. So we still have it on low. It's still got about another 5 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer this oxtail to this pan with our liquid, and we're going to put it to steam. So we're gonna add 4 small beef cubes. This is to give it flavor. You can also substitute this for just salt and pepper. I want to hear how you guys make your oxtail. So message me and let me know if the way I'm doing it is similar to yours, or if you have any tricks or family traditions that you do with oxtail. Oxtail is such a personal dish that I bet everybody has their own little trick. Alright, so our liquid is ready to transfer. This pan, it's a little heavy.
Kayla, look. Look, Kayla.
So make sure you grab it with something, because it can get really hot, like I said before. Oops! Accidente! Alright. Make sure you get all of those wonderful vegetables in there. You don't want to miss anything. And for those who don't know, cast iron gets cleaned very differently. You can just pop it into water. So I'll leave it in the oven and I'll clean it later. Okay, so I have my liquid. Now I'm gonna add this amazing oxtail that we seared. I'm gonna mix all the liquid in there. I'm gonna cover it in a little bit. I'll taste it just to make sure it has enough salt. And this should steam for approximately 45 minutes to an hour. Voila!
well, those siblings that I.
Alright, so we're also going to be doing some tostones with our oxtail. And this is a little Hawaiian plátano. This is so cute. So Hawaiian plátanos, unlike traditional plátanos, obviously, are smaller. They're thicker and they're much meatier. Their skin, it's easier to peel on some occasions, and also they stay softer. They're not as crunchy as your traditional plátano, which is like the plátano cuervo. This is good if you want your plátanos to last longer than the other ones. You can freeze them once you make them as well. And they taste delicious. They're a little bit more like tierno and a little sweeter, even though they're green. So I peeled them, and now I'm going to slice them to about 1/2 inch thick. And I'm going to put it in a sheet pan, cover it with paper, and we'll fry them in a little bit. Okay, so we have here our final product. So we have the arroz con guandule and our oxtail. So let's try this baby. Oh my God, look how tender it is. It's so good, it's subtle. It has a hint of spice since we put the jalapenos in there, but it's not too spicy. It's the perfect dish. So let's get it onto the table so we can eat. Guys, dinner time. All right, so we have our table. We have the tostones, a little quick salad, and us, of course. So remember, if you like the video, share it. Make sure that you hit that notification button, like this video, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.